Bro, real talk. Your girl is never going to text you, "I need more emotional safety," or "please lead more." That's not how this works. Instead, she gets quiet. She gets distant. She starts sentences with, "It's fine," when it's clearly not fine, and you're sitting there thinking everything's good because nobody yelled. Most guys read that silence as her being difficult or moody or complicated. Nah. That's a signal, my guy. And if you learn to read the signal instead of the surface, you go from a guy she's with to a guy she can't picture losing. Today I'm breaking down 7 things she needs from you that she'll probably never ask for directly. And if even half of these catch you off guard, you already know what this week's homework is. Let's get into it. Sign 1. She needs you to lead the small decisions. Not control her life. Lead the logistics. Where you're eating, what time you're picking her up, what the actual plan is. She's already drowning in decisions from her own life, work, family, 100 texts she hasn't answered, and the last thing she needs is you adding to that pile with "I dick," whatever you want. Psychology note. This is called decision fatigue transfer. Every choice a person makes burns mental energy, and by the end of most days, that tank is running low. When you remove small choices from her plate, you're not being controlling, you're being a relief valve. Here's the thing though, this isn't about being bossy or making every call without her input. It's about the small stuff, the logistics, so she doesn't have to run the whole operation solo. Weak? So, what do you want to do tonight? I'm down for whatever. Strong. Got us 7 p.m. at that spot. Dress nice. Pulling up at 6:45. Small shift. Completely different energy. Mistake 2. You gave her presents but stopped giving her attention. Sitting on the same couch, scrolling your own phone, isn't spending time together. That's parallel existing, bro. 2 bodies in a room, 0 connection happening. She can feel the difference between you being there and you actually being present, even if she can't always put words to why the room feels a little colder lately. Behavior note. Attention is basically currency in a relationship. Early on, you were rich with it. Every text back fast, every detail remembered. When that dries up, she feels the drop in her account before she can even name what changed. Weak. Half watching a show, half on your phone, 1-word answers when she talks to you. Strong. Phone down, real eye contact, an actual follow-up question about her day. 10 minutes of real attention beats 3 hours of ghost mode presence sitting 6 inches away from her. Rule 3. She needs you to handle conflict like a man, not disappear like a kid. Going silent. Walking off mid-argument. Cold shoulder for 2 days straight. That's not keeping the peace, my guy. That's avoidance wearing a calm mask, and deep down you probably already know that. Psychology note. This behavior actually has a name, stonewalling, and relationship researchers consistently rank it as one of the top predictors of relationships falling apart. Not because silence is loud, but because silence without a plan to come back feels like abandonment mid-conversation. The fix isn't never walk away. Sometimes you do need space. The fix is what you say before you go. Weak. I don't want to talk about this right now. Disappears for 6 hours. No follow-up, no context. Strong. I need 20 minutes to cool off. Then let's actually talk this through. Same need for space. Completely different message received. Sign 4. She needs you to notice the effort, not just the result. She's not just asking you to say dinner tasted good. She wants you to clock that she tried a brand new recipe because she remembered you mentioned liking garlic 3 weeks ago in some throwaway comment you don't even remember making. She's tracking effort like a scoreboard whether you realize it or not, and every unnoticed point still counts against you in her head. Weak. This is good. Eyes on the TV the whole time. Strong. Yo, you remembered I said I like garlic in everything. That's clutch. Eye contact. A real beat of acknowledgement. It costs you 5 extra words and it changes how seen she feels for the rest of the night. Mistake 5. You went quiet on affection once you got secure. Classic trap, and almost every guy falls into it at least once. You chase hard, you land the girl, and then the compliments, the random texts, the just thinking about you. Messages all quietly disappear because some part of you feels like the job's done. It's never done, bro. That's the part nobody tells you. Psychology note, this is sometimes called complacency drift, and it's arguably the real silent killer of long relationships. Not cheating, not the big blowout fights. Just slow, invisible neglect that nobody names until the distance is already there. Weak. 0 texts all day except logistics, you home yet? What time we leaving? Then affection only shows up at night when you want something. Strong. Saw something that reminded me of you today, had to send it. No agenda attached. Just because she crossed your mind. Rule 6. She needs to see you protect her peace, even from your own circle. If your boys disrespect her, or your family undermines her in little digs disguised as jokes, she needs to actually watch you handle it. Staying neutral to keep everyone comfortable isn't diplomacy here. It's abandonment dressed up as being chill, and she clocks it instantly, even if she doesn't say anything in the moment. This one matters more than guys think, because it's not really about the friend group. It's about whether she can trust you to have her back when it's inconvenient, not just when it's easy. Weak. You laugh along when your friend takes a cheap shot at her, then act surprised later when she's cold toward you. Strong. Nah, don't talk about her like that. Not around me. Said flat. No drama, just a boundary. Sign 7. She needs to know she's still chosen, not just kept. Early on, choosing her was obvious. You were texting first, planning the dates, showing up early, chasing a little. Over time, that naturally fades into routine, and routine, if you're not careful, starts to feel like she's just there. Background. Default. Not chosen anymore, just kept around. Psychology note, novelty fading is completely normal. That happens in every relationship on Earth. But effort fading reads as interest fading, even when that's not actually true on your end. And perception is what she's living in day to day. Weak. You stop initiating plans, stop flirting, stop making the first move. She's the only one keeping any spark alive at all. Strong. Randomly texting still can't believe you're mine, or planning a date for absolutely no occasion. Small, unprompted proof that she's still the choice, not the fallback plan. That's the 7, my guy. None of this requires grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's the small, consistent stuff that quietly tells her she's safe, seen, and chosen every single day, not just on anniversaries. If even 3 of these hit close to home, you already know what you're working on this week. Drop a comment telling me which one caught you off guard the most. I read every single one, and I want to know which one stung. If this helped, smash that like button and subscribe if you're new, because next week I'm breaking down the biggest red flags guys ignore in the first month of dating. And trust me, most of you are ignoring at least one right now. Stay solid. Stay real. Catch you in the next one.